Welcome to another edition of On Point for Tuesday, October 29th. We're live on ONTV, live on Facebook. On this edition, we talked to Lori LeClaire. She's the business owner of Always Cleaner Maid Service. It's a very valuable thing for our viewers to see what it's like to own a business in Sault Ste. Marie. So we change gears a little bit, and we'll do that right after these messages.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Welcome back to On Point, live on ONTV and Facebook. And I thought it'd be great for ONTV viewers and for On Point viewers to let's change gears a little bit today to talk to Lori LeClaire, the business owner of Always Cleaner Maid Service, because it's important. Small business is important to Sault Ste. Marie, and it's important for the viewers to know how difficult and how challenging it is to run a small business. So welcome to On Point, Lori.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. I want to start out with your background a little bit, how you got into the cleaning and the maid service, and that's quite a service that people need in this city.
It definitely is.
So if you want to let us know how you got into your background and how it happened, and you were involved in another company before that.
Yes, I've always worked in customer service with a couple different places. My last place was Mini Maid, and I worked there for 10 years. And when she retired, she asked me to take over the customers and over the business. And having no background in business myself, I was kind of nervous.
Must have been a very kind of, ooh, what do I do? You were kind of throwing it around. Do I do it or I don't do it? Or
Definitely, yes.
And were you able to bring some of those employees over to your current business? Or?
Not any of the employees, but I was able to take all the customers that she had built over the last 25 years.
Right.
And a lot of them didn't mind and came with me, so I had quite the workload. So I had called on a few of my friends to see if they could help, and it just escalated from there, and now we're 7 years later.
Great. People need to know that it's just not a song and a dance, that owning a small business is a lot of work because you got to balance how much overhead you really have. So what were some of the challenges that, setting the proper price for customers, and what were some of the reasons that the customers told you that they wanted your service? Was it that they were busy or what, that kind of thing?
The number one thing, I guess, is the quality that we provide with the cleaning. It's very thorough. We work right with the customers. It's like we are friends coming into their home to help them clean.
Right. And it's an important service for people to have, like with limited income these days and people losing their jobs and not, everything's up in the air. I find that having a clean home is still a priority for people.
Oh, number one, and it's something that has to be done on a regular. It's something that can't be left for any length of time. Some people just don't have time to do the quality that we do. They may do the in-between picking up and straightening, but we do like a spring clean almost every time that we come.
Right.
We have two girls that will go in the home at the same time. One works on the kitchen and one will start in the bathroom, and then they do the rest of the house together. So to get that kind of detail, the girls have an eye for quality, and to do it on a regular basis, it keeps it up, and it's like a spring clean.
Right. Because I wanted to talk about customer service for a long time in the city, and it's not, all of it isn't good. So, I tried Lori's service yesterday, actually, full disclosure at home, and her staff did a great job, but Lori, good customer service is not a given in this city, and I wondered what you've seen and what you've done with your staff to make customer service great for your company.
I think that communication, number one, is key.
Right.
So to talk with the customers after they're finished, I tell them, if you're not going to be home, the girls leave you an invoice. You have different ways that you can pay me. You don't have to pay right away, because I try to encourage the customer to give me a call, to tell me how much you enjoyed the service,
right.
or if you had anything negative to say, I still would like to hear it. So I think communication is number one. Customer service starts with the individual. So if you
right.
give good customer service to your customers, you'll have them coming back and recommending you to their friends and their families. There's a lot of our customers, we do their parents, we do their aunts, we do their children. Maybe they don't even live here in town, and they might live in Toronto and they call, or they might live out west and they call their parents live here and they need some help.
Wow. That's quite something. It extends even sometimes beyond Ontario.
Well, I had a lady from United States phone me yesterday. She has her son that lives here, and she's quite concerned. So we're going to go in and start cleaning his apartment once a month, and she'll pay for it from the States.
Wow, that's incredible. So she's concerned that her son isn't cleaning his place properly.
Right, and she can't be here to see what he's doing or how he's doing, so she's relying on me to give her some information on the house and how it is in between. And
right.
Yeah.
Do you often wonder, Lori, that you set the right price? That's something in business, what you're asking the customer. Is that something you spend a lot of time on to make sure that the price is right that you're charging? It
definitely is. We try to stay with the amount that most people are okay to pay, and because there's two of us coming, and then we add an extra bonus where we bring all the supplies that they'll need, right, including a vacuum or a mop, and that's really important for a lot of like real estate agents and stuff who are calling us to do move-outs or move-in before they move to town to Sault Ste. Marie. They're calling us from another city. They're going to move here, and they would really like their house clean before they move in. And they don't have supplies here. They don't have a vacuum. They don't have a mop. They're not even living here yet. So we provide all that and go in and clean it for them and wipe out the cupboards and get it ready for them just to move. Moving is stressful enough. Selling your home is stressful enough.
Well, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. People, when they sell a house, they want to have it cleaned properly, and most people are busy. They don't have the time to do it properly.
That's right. One of my mottos is a clean house is a sold house. So if it's clean and not, cluttered, and then we can definitely help with that.
What are some of your biggest challenges you encountered when you really started your business here that some of the viewers may be thinking of starting a business and they'd like to know, it's just not, you start and there it is for you kind of thing?
Right. Well, definitely getting customers to come and to stay. They're the reason that we have repeat business. And they're the reason why we need the business to start with. So having your customers is number one. Number two would be having a proper bookkeeper and somebody who's going to help you with all the remittance and government things that you need to do on top of that. Nobody prepares you for that.
Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned to me before the show that you do a lot of the things on your own that other business owners would hire people to do, and that might be a good move because you want to limit your overhead when you're in business.
That's right, and that way we can keep our costs down as well. If we do our own hiring, and I do my own running around and payroll and paying my own things instead of hiring somebody else.
So anybody wondering out there, your business is available 5 days a week then, or?
We're available 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday, usually 9, and we usually don't do anything past 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Well, that's reasonable, yeah. Lori, stay right there. We're going to take a couple commercial breaks, and we'll be right back with ONNPoint after these messages.
Since 1899, the Machine Shop has been a unique space for innovation and creativity. Once a leading pulp and paper company, the Machine Shop was built by Francis H. Clerg, which later became part of St. Mary's Paper in 1984. After the closure of St. Mary's Paper in 2011, the Machine Shop spent 4 years vacant. In 2015, the Machine Shop reopened their doors to the community for the first time. From weddings to galas to concerts and festivals, the one-of-a-kind venue has something for everyone. We are proud to work with the community and local nonprofits to host major events such as Festival of Trees, Pearls and Plaid, an evening at Hogwarts, and more. While you're here, wind down at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar for a quiet dining experience, or watch a game and try a wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room. Don't forget to save room for house-made gelato and baked goods at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop events, history, and restaurants, visit machineshopinc.ca. 3 great places, 1 historic venue.
Welcome back to ONNPoint. I'm Andy Martins. We're live on ONTV and we're live on Facebook. We're talking with Lori LeClaire, owner of Always Cleaner Maid Service, and it's an important piece to talk to business owners from time to time to see, let our viewers know how challenging it is to run a business, isn't it, Lori? It's not something you wake up and it magically happens. Are you happy with your customer base as we see it in October of 2019 currently?
I'm extremely happy with them. We were voted Best of Sault Ste. Marie by our customers, which was very, very exciting for us. And we just keep thriving to try to make it better and try to get new customers and get our name out there. But everything, you have to pay for everything. You pay for advertising, you pay for, and so I try to go out as much as I can and meet people and try to tell them about the business. And
Right. Well, exactly. Advertising is one of the challenges. My next question was, how do you overcome the challenges in business?
Well, I've met a lot of great people along the way. Like I said, it's going on 7 years. It was all trial and error for the first couple of years. My head was spinning with trying to keep customers and get more customers, and then get girls to come and help me clean and to keep up our name was the biggest challenge in the first couple of years. Now that we have that, a lot of our cards with our customers' names on them tell the date of when we first started, and some of them are going back 10 years. Where even if I've seen them at the grocery store, I probably wouldn't know that was them. We come in and we clean an empty house with a pet. We know the pet's name, and 9 times out of 10 we don't know who the customers are. But a lot of our older customers who are at home and we come in, they really enjoy our conversation, and even if it's only a quick hour that we're cleaning their little apartment, they really, really enjoy our company.
Right. Well, that's another question that, I don't have pets, but having run for city council 5 times over the last 15 years, I know in my area there's a lot of pets. Having pets present a bigger challenge to clean a house?
It does, yes, it definitely does. And the amount of people that live in the home, and everybody is absolutely different. Each home, we don't treat them the same at all. Each house is an individual, depending on the structure of the home and what needs to be done.
Right. What was your greatest thrill in 2019? Every day is a thrill, of course, owning your own business and working for yourself. But can you think of something that stands out this year for you as an individual?
It's just exciting to go forward into another year for 2020. I absolutely love when Sault Ste. Marie has Rotary Fest. We were in the parade one year for that. Great. We had our own float, and I love giveaways. I do things with our tags on them, our business cards, and hand them out to people at Easter, or lots of advertising, and we're just trying to build a bigger customer base and get Sault Ste. Marie to notice us a little bit.
Well, that's great. I mean, the takeaway here for the viewers can be that, yes, limited money in the household, but it doesn't seem like cleaning a house is something people are willing to do without, because your staff can do a better job than most individuals. I know I'm busy, my wife is busy, she's working, and there's just not enough time to clean properly.
Exactly. And even my own home, I'm like the painter whose houses never gets painted. My floor gets washed and things get a little bit cleaned here and there, but I definitely don't do a spring clean but once a year. So if I had somebody coming in like every 2 weeks or once a month or every 3 weeks to do a spring clean in my home, I would be more than grateful. It makes it affordable. You come home to a clean home. You're not scrunching to run around and clean up from your breakfast and still at 5 o'clock at night when you're trying to make supper. And it helps your household run better. It helps your family. It helps your workplace. We're wiping door frames and windowsills and light fixtures and door handles and stuff that people don't do on a regular.
Exactly, and it's just something I don't think people, they will find the money at the end of the day to have it done once or twice a month.
Oh yes, we've been told that it's, it sounds like it would be something that should be so extravagant that you can barely afford it, but it makes it so that it's more than affordable.
And people feel better after
they feel better and they're healthier.
Right. How did you get the idea for a cleaning business? Is that something that you felt was needed in this city? Definitely
needed, and like I said, it's a gratification for myself as well when they text me and tell me how fantastic the house looked today and how happy her husband was that we vacuumed underneath his chair, and those little things make it very rewarding for me.
Well, exactly. You hit the nail on the head. People don't do the little things, and your staff knows how to look for the little things, and it makes people feel better at the end of the day.
Definitely. It makes it a healthier home, a healthier workplace.
Right. What was your mission at the outset of starting a business? Did you map out that you wanted 6 staff, 10 staff? Did you kind of play with the numbers where you wanted to go?
No, I really didn't think a whole lot about that when I first started. I just wanted to do the customer base that we already had, but it seemed to just snowball. As soon as I advertised, there's so many people who want a good, reputable cleaner who's going to come in and give it a once over or every 2 weeks, like I said, even a one-time clean they're happy to have.
Right. There really isn't that many people in Sault Ste. Marie that offer the service you have. At least I didn't see it.
There is quite a few, like we do have quite a bit of competition.
Right.
But we do a few things that are hard to beat, like the quality that we do the cleaning, and the customer service that we have is just it's not able to be beat.
Right. As far as advertising, again, it seems like what I'm getting from you that word of mouth is really the best way to advertise
it is.
In this city.
Yes, we have a few customers where, like I said, we do a lot of their family. We do their father-in-law's house or their grandmother's house or their mother's house and their brother's house and their kids' houses and and then their workplaces as well. There's a few places that we do their work, we do their camp, we open camps, we close camp. Like, you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
You don't have to worry about wiping out the cupboards before you come at the beginning of the year. Or you don't have to worry about if you have a big party coming, we're available last minute. Our availability is very good.
Right. Exactly. It's sort of like tell one person, they tell 10, and it snowballs from there.
Yes.
So how do you think, we talked about customer service in Sault Ste. Marie, how do you think that if you could wave a magic wand, we can improve customer service in this city?
Like I said, it starts with the individual. A lot of people, they just don't think of that, number one. To be nice to somebody and to actually talk to them and spend the time. It's just all quick and...
That's right, yeah. And first impressions in business and customer service are very important. They can make or break your contact with the customer. Do you agree?
Yes, 100% I agree. And it changes the person itself. So if you go in somewhere and a person, you're trying to get them to service you, whether it's a restaurant or a store, and they're rude or they're having a bad day, it alters your day.
Right. And again, let's talk a little bit about billing, in case anybody's wondering out there watching us right now. What kind of terms do you offer for people billing-wise?
Everybody is unique. Everybody has a different way that they want to do it. Like I said, sometimes people don't live here in town and they want to pay for their either elderly mother or father or child or something, and they will pay Visa, MasterCard, or check. Checks are almost gone, but cash, money orders, e-transfers, there's so many different ways.
And it sounds like you're reasonable. I found that a lot of people just wanted one way and, you know, that's it. They're not willing to work with the customer.
Yeah, and that's why we make it an individual. So if you only want certain rooms done, or you only want certain days, or you only want certain times, we definitely try to do it around you, to work with you. It's your home. You know, and that's why I like the feedback of after the girls have went there, because I'd like to know you're the one who's spending the next 8 hours in the house checking out our work. So I'd like to know, did they miss anything? Is it great? Do you want us to come back? Are you recommending us to somebody?
Right. Great. You need to do that follow-up.
Yeah.
Well, Lori, it was wonderful having you on the show. Time goes really quickly when you're having fun.
It does. So, Andy, you had us. Are you having us come back?
I am. I'll tell you, first-hand testimony right there.
That's
Thanks
fantastic.
for coming in, Lori. We'll
Yes.
be back right after these messages.
Thanks.
This is On TV.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Welcome back to ONNPoint. As always, we're live on ONTV and live on Facebook. On the next couple of editions of ONNPoint, we'll have Katie Elliott from Future Sault Ste. Marie return here to talk some more about all the great things that they're doing with the city of Sault Ste. Marie. And Tara Maskagawewich returns in 1 week from now. So until then, I'm Andy Martins for ONNPoint. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.